crew in Beaumaris, Anglesey. This initiative honored the volunteers who searched for his friend Joe Hughes, who tragically went missing in 2010. These achievements highlight Ren's dedication to his craft, his resilience in the face of personal challenges, and his commitment to making a positive impact both through his music and philanthropic endeavors. The virality of Hi Ren was more than just a musical phenomenon, it was a cultural moment. This initiative honored the demonstrated the power of authenticity in a world saturated with artifice. The hunger for genuine connection highlight Ren's increasingly digital age. His resilience in the face of personal challenge for a generation yearning for honesty and belonging. Both through his music born out of his own pain became a lifeline for countless others. The virality of Hi Ren was more than just a musical stories of struggle and cultural. This initiative, Ren realized demonstrated her power to illuminate a world saturated with success of Hi Ren was both hunger for genuine connection. Ren grappling with his illness found himself. Ren became a spokesperson for a generation. It was a bittersweet victory, a testament to the power of his art. Born out of his own pain, the once silent artist had found his voice, and the world. The virality of Hi Ren was more than just a musical story. Ren Gill's story. Ren demonstrated her power to illuminate a world saturated with success of Ren was the hunger for genuine connection. Ren grappling with his illness found himself. Ren became a spokesperson for a generation, giving voice to unspoken protest in a world curated online. Ren Gill, once silent, refreshing, had found his voice, and the world. The virality of Hi Ren was weaving the low story. Ren Gill's story initiative. Ren demonstrated her power to illuminate a world saturated. His music is a testament to the hunger for reminder that true strength. Ren grappling illness found himself by sharing his story. Ren dismantled giving voice to unspoken protest in a world curated online. The hunger for genuine even in the dark. Ren found himself by sharing his story. Ren dismantled giving voice to unspoken protest in the power of our own voices. Ren's journey is a powerful reminder that our struggles do not define us. It is how we choose to navigate them, to learn from them, and ultimately to transform them into something meaningful. His music is a testament to the transformative power of art, its ability to take pain and mold it into something beautiful. Ren doesn't offer simplistic solutions to complex issues. Instead, he offers the courage to be vulnerable, the willingness to sit with discomfort, and the belief that even in our darkest moments, we have the power to create something meaningful. Ren's journey from despair to musical success is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even when the path ahead seems uncertain, our stories are never truly over. We have the power to rewrite the narrative and inspire others. By embracing his vulnerability and turning pain into purpose, Ren has sparked a movement, a collective awakening to the power of authenticity and human connection. His story is a testament to the indomitable spirit within us all, a reminder that even in adversity, we can choose hope and resilience to create something beautiful out of our pain. The impact of Ren Gill's music extends far beyond the individual listener. By sharing his story with raw honesty, he has ignited a conversation about mental health and the importance of safe spaces. His music acts as a catalyst, encouraging open dialogue and challenging societal norms. In a world driven by social media, Ren's willingness to be vulnerable, to show his scars and imperfections, is a powerful antidote to the narrative of unattainable perfection. His music reminds us that in our imperfections we find true connection and belonging. The ripple effect of Ren's authenticity is undeniable. His music has inspired countless others to share their own stories, to seek help when they need it, and to find solace and strength in knowing they are not alone in their struggles. He has created a community, both online and in real life, where vulnerability is met with empathy, where struggles are met with support, and where hope is a shared language that transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences. Ren Gill's legacy will not be defined solely by his music, but by the profound impact he has had on countless lives. He has shown us that vulnerability is not a weakness but a superpower, that authenticity is the key to true connection, and that by sharing our stories we have the power to change the world one heart at a time. His journey is a testament to the transformative power of music, the resilience of the human spirit, and the profound beauty that can emerge when we embrace our vulnerabilities and allow ourselves to be seen, heard, and loved for who we truly are. Ren Gill's journey reminds us that our stories are written by us. Every challenge is an opportunity to rewrite the narrative and emerge stronger. His music shows the power of resilience and human connection. Even in dark times, there is always hope and a reason to keep fighting. Remember, you are not alone. Many have walked similar paths and understand your pain. Reach out, share your story, and be vulnerable. Vulnerability is our greatest measure of courage. Embrace your story with all its imperfections. In our raw truths, we find strength and profound connection. Ren Gill's music is a call to action. Join voices celebrating our shared humanity and challenging limiting narratives. Share Ren's message of hope and resilience. Engage in conversations about mental health and support. Advocate for change. Support initiatives promoting mental health awareness. Your voice and story matter. Together we can create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and empowered. I'm about to attempt something that could completely change how I learn using the exact methods Keira Knightley developed to overcome dyslexia and ADHD. She's an Oscar-nominated actress, a household name, and a literary icon on screen. But what if I told you Keira Knightley couldn't read properly at age 6 and still struggles to this day?
But you've overcome a real problem with reading. I don't know if you were diagnosed with dyslexia, but...
When I was 6, they found that I couldn't read at all.
This is a story schools don't want you to hear, and to understand her world, I did something radical. I gave up traditional reading for 30 days, I stopped highlighting textbooks, I ditched flashcards, I recorded everything I needed to learn and played it back on loop just like she does. This video is what I learned about memory education and what we're getting completely wrong about intelligence. And I decided to try it for myself. I spent 30 days learning exactly how she does through audio repetition, memory over reading, and performance over perfection. Here's what I discovered about myself and our broken education system. This episode uncovers the real story of Keira Knightley's dyslexia and ADHD, how she masked her struggles, hacked the system, and what her journey reveals about everything that's broken in education. You'll learn how dual diagnoses are misunderstood, how family support made all the difference, and why we must rethink how we measure intelligence. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. Keira Knightley wasn't just dyslexic, she was diagnosed with both dyslexia and ADHD at age 6. It's a combination most schools aren't equipped to handle. She had to navigate not only the challenge of reading, but also the inability to focus long enough to decode what was in front of her. Dual diagnosis is often missed. Children get labeled as lazy or disruptive when they are actually working harder than anyone else in the room. According to a 2023 UK SEND report, nearly 45% of students diagnosed with ADHD also exhibit dyslexic symptoms. Yet fewer than 20% receive tailored support for both. The system simplifies what it should be personalizing, and according to recent studies, nearly 50% of children with ADHD also have another learning difference, most commonly dyslexia. Yet very few schools offer integrated support for both. How many children are being punished for the way their brain is wired? Her breakthrough wasn't academic, it came from a family deal. Her parents told her if she could read the entire screenplay of Sense and Sensibility, they'd get her an agent.
For an agent when I was 3, and my mum had said no, absolutely not. And finally she said, okay, if you work with me every single day through the summer holidays, you come to me with a book in your hand.
Work on your reading.
Yeah, and a smile in your face, then at the end of it I'll get you an agent. And
I recreated that moment. For the first week of the challenge, I picked a text I cared about, a screenplay of one of my favorite films, and recorded myself reading it aloud. Then I listened to that audio every day while walking, commuting, and cooking. By day 5, I could quote entire scenes without opening the script again, choose a meaningful book or speech, record yourself reading it, play it for 7 days. Then, without reading, try to perform it or explain it in detail. Did it work for you? During my 30-day experiment, I used this same screenplay technique. I recorded myself reading challenging material and listened daily. The result? My retention doubled. Even if my reading speed didn't improve, this wasn't just any story. Her mother, Sharman Macdonald, had worked on this project. This wasn't about schoolwork. This was about something personal, something that mattered. She wasn't reading for marks. She was reading for her future. Alternative assessments can be more effective than standardized tests. Kira had a brilliant memory. She memorized entire books by listening to them at home. Then she would recite them word for word in class, giving the illusion she could read them fluently. During week 2 of my experiment, I focused purely on memorization. I listened to a list of facts and rehearsed them repeatedly, just like Kira did as a child. In quizzes, I crushed it. But when asked to apply that knowledge or explain the why behind the what, I froze. This is what masking looks like. When the system only tests recall, it creates illusions of success. It rewards students for sounding smart, not thinking deeply. Have you ever memorized your way through school without understanding what you were saying? Drop a comment below and tell us your story. But one day, her teacher gave her a new book, one she hadn't heard before, and suddenly she couldn't read at all. This is called masking. Children with dyslexia often find ways to hide their difficulties so well that adults don't realize there's a problem until they hit a wall. Traditional methods overlook the effort behind the appearance of success. I tested this too. I tried memorizing passages versus deeply understanding them. It turns out I could fool myself into thinking I had learned when in reality I was just repeating. Pick one page of a book, listen to an audiobook version 5 times, then try explaining it in your own words. Did you memorize or did you understand? Here's the truth most people miss. Keira Knightley still finds reading hard. Learning scripts is never easy. Instead of reading them, she records her lines and listens over and over until they stick. That was week 3 for me. I switched to learning new content, business concepts, philosophy using only audio. I recorded key ideas and listened while exercising, and you know what? I retained more, not less. But let's be clear, this isn't a magic fix. Like Keira, I didn't cure anything. I didn't become a faster reader. I just found a rhythm that fits my brain. And that's the point. You don't need to overcome differences. You need to outsmart the system built to ignore it. She developed strategies. She did not find a cure. This is important because we love a good success story. We like to say someone overcame their struggles, but what if they didn't overcome them? What if they learned to navigate them differently? Real success is not about curing difference. If you think success means eliminating the struggle, think again. I found that using her method made learning feel more natural. But it didn't remove the effort, it just redirected it. It's about adapting with it. Kira's daughter has also been diagnosed with dyslexia, but now Kira knows what to look for. She knows how to help. She describes her daughter as having an incredible memory and is teaching her to learn the same way she did. She learns by listening. She's amazing at it. I see myself in her. This is the power of lived experience. I interviewed 3 parents during this challenge who discovered their children's learning differences late, often after years of detentions, tears, and crushed confidence. What changed everything? Understanding their child's brain instead of trying to fix it. Try recording spelling words or times tables in your voice and let your child listen on repeat. See how they respond. Share your results in the comments. When learning differences are understood, they can become strengths that are passed on to the next generation. Support can break the cycle of shame. If you're a parent watching this, try what Kira did. Turn reading time into story time with headphones. Use rhythm, voice, music, anything that makes words come alive. Sharman Macdonald wasn't just Kira's mother. She was a celebrated playwright. She knew language, she knew story, but most importantly, she knew that her daughter needed a different path to literacy. During this experiment, I realized the importance of having even one adult who gets it. Not someone who says try harder, but someone who says try differently. Imagine if every child had that. She didn't force her into rigid systems. She gave her tools that made sense for her brain. Not every child has a playwright for a parent, but every child deserves someone who understands. Most children don't get a writer mum, but they could get a teacher who thinks like one. We need educators who ask, how does this child experience the word, not just read it? Kira's head teacher told her she could only keep acting. if she kept her grades up. It wasn't just about parental rules, it was about school structure linking creativity to accountability. But here's the issue. For most students, school doesn't offer that kind of motivation. Instead, it offers consequences, punishment for being wired differently. According to the British Dyslexia Association, 80% of dyslexic students are either undiagnosed or unsupported in mainstream classrooms. And here's what week 4 taught me. I performed better on my learning goals when there was creative motivation. I tied audio learning to video production, to music, to teaching others. And suddenly, I wasn't just studying, I was thriving. Parents advocate for creative project-based assessment. Teachers offer listening-based quizzes or oral assessments. Schools replace punishments with passion-linked incentives. Instead of removing the thing she loved, they used it to motivate her. What if every school used passion to drive performance, not just pressure? This wasn't just a personal deal, it's a glimpse of what schools could do to use a child's passion as leverage for learning. But instead, most schools issue ultimatums without incentives. According to the British Dyslexia Association, over 80% of dyslexic children go undiagnosed until secondary school. Why? Because systems reward conformity over curiosity. Parents push for early screening. Teachers offer multiple ways to assess comprehension. Schools link learning to passion projects, not punishments. Keira Knightley's story is not about a girl who beat dyslexia. It's about a girl who redefined success on her own terms. And what her story shows us is this. 2 diagnoses need more than one approach. Memorizing is not understanding. Masking is not healing. Support is not optional, it's essential. Passion is more powerful than punishment. And after 30 days, here's my honest takeaway. The problem isn't our brains, it's the boxes schools try to put them in. Keira didn't become great because she fixed her flaws. She became great because someone let her lean into her style. Stop expecting people to overcome difference. Start helping them build with it. And after 30 days of trying her learning style, I can tell you this, when education aligns with how your brain works, everything changes. Not just grades, but confidence, clarity, and creativity. If this story shifted the way you think about education, difference, or success, hit like, share it, and subscribe to Mentors Mindset. We break the myths that school taught us and build better ways to grow. Comment below. Has school ever misunderstood you or someone you love? Try the challenge. Record one lesson. Listen for 7 days. Then comment below. Did it help you learn better? Have you ever been misunderstood by a teacher because of how you learn? Share your story below. We read everyone. What if the most inspiring story about Albert Einstein is a complete lie? Seriously, we've all heard it. He was a terrible student who failed math. It's a comforting tale, right? It suggests that any of us can bounce back from a rough start. It's a story that makes genius feel accessible. It makes our own struggles feel like a secret sign of greatness. But the real story is so much more interesting. And it says something profound, maybe even a little disturbing, about the way we still do school today. I spent a week trying to learn like Einstein, and what I found is that the real failure wasn't his. It was the system that tried to stamp out his curiosity, a system that might not have changed as much as you'd think. Welcome back to Mentors Mindset. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. You've heard it 1,000 times. Einstein failed math. It's the go-to excuse for every kid staring at a bad report card. The only problem, it's totally, completely false. In fact, when a rabbi showed Einstein a newspaper clipping in 1935 claiming just that, Einstein just laughed and said, "I never failed in mathematics. Before I was 15, I had mastered differential and integral calculus." So where did this myth even come from? Well, it's a classic case of lost in translation. First, when he was 16, he took the entrance exam for the prestigious Zurich Polytechnic. He was 2 years younger than everyone else, and while he absolutely crushed the math and physics sections, he failed the general knowledge parts. Like French and botany subjects he hadn't really prepared for. The other source of confusion was the grading system itself. In his early school days in Germany, A1 was the best grade you could get, but later at his school in Switzerland, the system was flipped. A 6 was the top mark, so when people later looked at his German report cards, they saw a bunch of 1S and assumed he was a terrible student, but here it is. His actual final report card from his Swiss school in 1896. Algebra, 6. Geometry, 6. Physics, 6, his lowest grade. A 3 out of 6 in French, a language he openly wasn't a fan of. The evidence is crystal clear. Einstein wasn't a bad student, he was an exceptional one, at least in the subjects that lit his mind on fire. But this just makes things more mysterious. If he was so brilliant, why do we have this picture of him as a rebellious misfit? Why did one of his early teachers reportedly describe him as mentally slow, unsociable, and adrift forever in foolish dreams? And why did he drop out of his school in Munich when he was just 15 years old? The answer isn't in his grades, it's in his spirit. Einstein's real failure wasn't about academics, it was a failure to conform. The German education system of the late 19th century was rigid, militaristic, and built on one thing: memorizing facts. It was a system that demanded obedience and rewarded students who could repeat information, not those who questioned it. For a mind like Einstein's, a mind that was already devouring college-level physics books at age 11 and imagining what it would be like to ride alongside a beam of light, this environment was torture. He called it a type of coercion that had a deterring effect. Alongside a beam of light, he wasn't a bad environment, he was a bored student. His teachers saw his endless coercion not as a sign of a brilliant alongside a beam of light. He wasn't a bad environment, he was a bored student. Lazy. He called it a type of coercion not as a sign of a brilliant alongside a beam of light. He wasn't a bad environment, he was a bored student. He called it a type of coercion not as a sign of a brilliant alongside a beam of light. He wasn't a bad environment, he was a Einstein. He called it a type of coercion not as a sign of a brilliant alongside a beam. He wasn't a sophisticated told he fled the Einstein to join his family in Italy, a high school dropout. This is the real story. It's not about a kid who couldn't do math. It's about a genius who couldn't stand a system that tried to kill his curiosity. He famously said, "It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education." This got me thinking, if the system failed Einstein back then, would our modern schools do any better? Our world is completely different, but in so many ways, school feels stubbornly the same. The focus on standardized tests, on cramming for the exam, on finding that one right answer, it all feels a little too familiar. So I decided to run a little experiment. For 1 week, I would try to learn like Einstein. I tossed out the lesson plans and the textbooks. I decided to live by his rules, follow relentless curiosity, study on my own terms, and lean heavily on imagination. I wanted to see if this approach could still work today, or if our modern systems would try to crush it too. My experiment had 4 core rules, all based on how Einstein actually worked. First, self-directed learning. Instead of a curriculum, I'd pick one topic that genuinely fascinated me and just go for it, using whatever I could find: books, documentaries, articles online. Einstein didn't wait for a teacher. He famously skipped classes to study the physics that truly interested him. Second, thought experiments. Einstein's biggest ideas didn't come from a lab, they came from his imagination. He'd create vivid mental movies like chasing a light beam to understand physics. So instead of just reading facts, I had to visualize them. I had to ask what if, and play out the scenarios in my head. Third, creative problem solving. Einstein didn't care about the proper way to solve a problem. He cared about understanding the deep core principle. My goal was to find unconventional solutions and focus on the big picture, not just follow a memorized formula. And finally, the most Einsteinian rule of them all: question authority. At every turn, I had to challenge the standard explanation. I wouldn't just accept a fact, I'd ask why. Why does this work? Is there another way to think about it? What assumptions are we making here? The stage was set. 1 week, 4 rules, and a journey into a subject I knew very little about, the bizarre and fascinating world of quantum mechanics. It was time to find out if our world has any more room for a mind like Einstein's. My week of learning like Einstein was chaotic, eye-opening, and honestly pretty frustrating. The first 2 days were a total disaster. Without the hand-holding of a textbook or a lesson plan, I was completely lost. I'd read an article, fall down a Wikipedia rabbit hole, and end up an hour later more confused than when I started. The questioning authority rule blew up in my face immediately. It turns out you can't really challenge an explanation you don't even understand yet. It was a good reminder that you need a foundation before you can start shaking it. But then something started to shift. I stopped trying to learn everything and focused on a single concept: quantum entanglement. I started the thought experiments. I pictured two tiny particles mysteriously linked across the universe. I imagined measuring one and tried to wrap my head around how the other could possibly know what happened in an instant. It wasn't about math, it was about building a movie in my mind. And slowly, amazingly, it started to make sense. The idea went from being an abstract fact to a tangible thought. This was the magic Einstein talked about, the joy of discovery he felt when he was on his own. The wins were huge. When I let my own curiosity be my guide, my engagement went through the roof. I wasn't just learning, I was on a quest, but the struggles were just as real. The modern world is an engine of distraction, and without a classroom bell to keep me in line, staying focused was a constant fight. I realized that Einstein's method requires incredible self-discipline, a skill that traditional schools, for all their faults, do try to teach. My biggest breakthrough came on day 5. I was stuck trying to understand wave-particle duality. Frustrated, I almost gave up and searched for a simple, dumbed-down video that would just hand me the answer. But I made myself stick with the method. I stepped away from the computer, went for a long walk, another famous Einstein habit, and just let my mind wander. And that's when it hit me. An analogy popped into my head, connecting the concept to something I already understood. It wasn't the right textbook analogy, but it was my analogy. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered discovery. I realized that the best learning I did all week happened when I was free to explore, to be confused, and to build my own connections. It was a powerful confirmation of Einstein's big complaint. Real learning isn't about downloading information. It's about forging your own path to understanding it. This struggle against a rigid system isn't just an Einstein story. History is full of brilliant minds who clashed with formal education. Thomas Edison was called addled or stupid by his teacher and was pulled from school after just 3 months to be homeschooled. Steve Jobs dropped out of college, saying later that following his curiosity and intuition was far more valuable than the required classes he was ditching. Innovators from Ada Lovelace to Richard Feynman also had unconventional learning journeys that let their unique minds run wild. These weren't failures. They were brilliant people that the one-size-fits-all model of school just wasn't built for. They proved that intelligence isn't about compliance, it's about creativity, curiosity, and having the guts to think differently. So what's the real lesson from Einstein's supposed school failure? It's not that you can slack off in school and still be a genius. The real lesson is that his genius bloomed in spite of a system that tried to label him a failure. His story is a huge warning sign about the dangers of an education system that values obedience over inquiry and memorization over imagination. My little experiment taught me that while the tools are different now, that fundamental conflict is still here. Our modern school system, with its obsession over standardized tests, can still be a hostile place for a truly curious mind. It still risks sanding down the very quirks and oddities that lead to breakthrough thinking. The pressure to get the right answer fast often leaves no time for the messy, inefficient, and deeply personal journey of actual discovery. Einstein wasn't a misfit because he couldn't learn. He was a misfit because he refused to stop learning his own way. And his legacy leaves us with a critical question. Are our schools designed to create obedient test-takers, or are they designed to nurture the next generation of creative, curious, and maybe even rebellious Einsteins? So here's my challenge for you. Try just one Einstein method this week. Don't just study a topic, run a thought experiment on it. Don't just accept the answer in your textbook, ask why 5 times until you hit the rock bottom principle. Let me know in the comments what you discover. And if you believe that curiosity is more important than conformity, make sure you're subscribed for more videos that challenge the stories we think we know. Thanks for watching. What if I told you that a girl who was rejected on national TV became one of the most influential and groundbreaking musicians of her generation? Lindsey Stirling, violinist, dancer, YouTube pioneer, has faced everything from brutal public rejection to mental health battles and turned it all into art. Welcome to Mentor's Mindset. This is not just a story about music, this is a story about courage, creativity, and the unstoppable spirit of someone who refused to quit. Lindsey Stirling was born in Santa Ana, California, and raised in Gilbert, Arizona, as one of 5 daughters in a modest, faith-filled home. Money was tight, but her parents nurtured creativity. At just 5 years old, Lindsey fell in love with the violin, despite being told that proper lessons were too expensive. Undeterred, she began teaching herself, playing short classical pieces with a fire most kids reserve for cartoons. From a young age, Lindsey stood out, not just for her talent, but for her imagination. Whether she was writing silly songs, filming home videos with her sisters, or choreographing dances in her bedroom, Lindsey was already building the foundation of the unique performer she would one day become. Lindsey Stirling dreamed of sharing her music with the world. She envisioned a stage bathed in light, a captivated audience, and the electrifying energy of performance. America's Got Talent seemed like the perfect platform. She was ready to pour her heart into her violin, her unique style blending classical training with a modern twist. She danced while playing violin, a performance unlike anything the judges had seen, but the judges' response was not what she expected. Criticism stung, and rejection felt like a door slamming shut on her aspirations. But instead of praise, she heard this: "You're not good enough." Piers Morgan said her act wasn't marketable. Sharon Osbourne told her she wouldn't make it solo. Instead, she used the rejection as fuel. She later said, "I'm going to prove them wrong." And she did. It would have been easy to give up, to believe that her dreams were impossible. But Lindsey Stirling is not defined by setbacks. She is fueled by them. Lindsey's journey to success wasn't just about navigating the music industry. She was also battling a personal demon, anorexia. The pressure to conform, to fit a certain mold, took a toll. She once admitted, "I thought if I looked perfect on the outside, I'd feel perfect inside." Food became the enemy, and her body became a battleground. But Lindsey fought back. She sought help, dug deep within herself, and chose recovery. This struggle, though incredibly difficult, became a testament to her strength. It taught her the importance of self-love, resilience, and embracing her true self. With the sting of rejection still fresh, Lindsey refused to let her spirit be broken. With no label backing her after AGT, she made her own music videos, bold, imaginative, and wildly creative. It was a chance to connect with audiences directly, to share her music on her own terms. She poured her creativity into captivating music videos, blending stunning visuals with her signature sound. Her energy was infectious, her passion undeniable. The world responded. Subscribers flocked to her channel. Her videos garnered millions of views, and Lindsey Stirling became a global phenomenon. Her breakout video, Crystallize, exploded, over 250 million views. She didn't need permission from the industry. She had her audience. Life, as it often does, dealt Lindsey a devastating blow, the loss of her father. Grief threatened to consume her, but she found solace and strength in the very thing that had always been her constant: music. Her album Brave Enough became a tribute to her father, a raw and powerful expression of love, loss, and the courage to keep going. This deeply personal album resonated with millions, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, hope and healing can be found through art. Dancing through pain, determination on Dancing with the Stars. Never one to shy away from a challenge, Lindsey Stirling embraced the demanding world of Dancing with the Stars. She pushed her physical limits, her dedication evident in every graceful move, every daring lift. But her journey on the show wasn't without setbacks. A rib injury threatened to derail her progress, to force her to withdraw from the competition. Yet she persevered, pushing through pain and embracing vulnerability. She showed the world that strength isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. A genre defied the unique sound of Lindsey Stirling. Lindsey Stirling didn't just play the violin, she made it sing, dance, and soar. She refused to be confined by the traditional boundaries of classical music. Lindsey Stirling didn't just play the violin, she reinvented it. In a world where classical musicians were expected to stand still and follow tradition, Lindsey danced, leapt, and dropped bass-heavy beats behind her strings. She created a genre entirely her own. Critics said it wasn't real music, but she didn't listen. By fusing classical with dubstep, pop and electronic, Lindsay shattered industry stereotypes and proved that artistry has no boundaries. Today she's inspired a generation of musicians to think beyond the expected and create without limits. Beyond the music advocacy and inspiration, Lindsay Stirling's impact extends far beyond the stage. Her experiences, her struggles, and her triumphs have made her a powerful advocate for mental health awareness. She speaks openly about her own battles with anorexia and depression, encouraging others to seek help and break the stigma surrounding mental illness. Her story is a beacon of hope, reminding us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a source of strength. A legacy of courage. Lindsay Stirling's enduring impact. Lindsay Stirling's journey is a testament to the power of courage, resilience, and staying true to oneself. She dared to dream big even when others doubted her. She faced rejection and criticism head-on, using it as fuel to propel her forward. She turned personal struggles into sources of strength, inspiring millions to embrace their own vulnerabilities and fight for their dreams. Lindsay Stirling's legacy is one of empowerment, reminding us that we all have the power to create our own path and make our voices heard. Lindsay Stirling isn't just a solo act, she's a global force. Over the years, she's collaborated with music legends like John Legend, Pentatonix, Evanescence, and even Celine Dion. Her ability to blend classical violin with modern genres has opened doors to powerful creative partnerships. Lindsay has taken her electric violin and high-energy choreography from sold-out arenas in Europe to packed theatres across Asia, Australia, and the US, to fans in over 30 countries. Her world tours are more than concerts, they're cinematic experiences where music, dance, and visuals collide. Living proof, the power of authenticity and resilience. Lindsay Stirling's story is a testament to the power of authenticity and resilience. She could have easily given up on her dreams after facing rejection on national television. She could have allowed her struggles with anorexia to define her, but she chose a different path. She chose to embrace her unique voice, her individuality, and her story. She channeled her pain into her art, her vulnerability into strength. Lindsay Stirling is a beacon of hope, reminding us that our greatest challenges can often lead to our most profound growth. She is living proof that authenticity, resilience, and a belief in oneself can truly change the world. So what can we learn from Lindsay Stirling? That rejection isn't the end, it's a redirection, that art heals even the artist, that you don't need to fit in to stand out. She's not just playing violin, she's playing life with grace, grit, and a beat of her own. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Lindsay Stirling moment? And if her story inspired you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more inspiring journeys from the world's most fearless creatives. We all want love, but what happens when love becomes a prison? Welcome back to Mentors Mindset. Today, we're exposing the difference between love and control, and how even celebrities can fall into toxic relationships. We will be unpacking famous faces who've bravely spoken out, the red flags people often ignore, and how to begin your journey to freedom and healing. Let's get into it. Behind the spotlight, beneath the fame, and past the flawless red carpets, celebrities are still human. Their stories serve as a stark reminder no one is immune to toxic love or emotional abuse. By sharing their journeys, they empower us all to recognize red flags and seek help. You see, love and control wear very similar outfits at first.
I just worry about you. That's why I check your phone. I don't like when you go out with your friends. They don't understand us. I love you so much. No one else could handle you.
These are tools of control. Let's get this clear. Love gives you wings. Control clips them. Love feels safe. It celebrates your growth, your friendships, your voice. Control thrives on fear, guilt, and dependency. She rose from Barbados with a voice like velvet and a fire that couldn't be dimmed. To the world, she was a pop goddess, glamorous, fierce, untouchable. But behind the lights and the fame, Rihanna's story revealed a harsh truth, that pain can wear diamonds and abuse can hide behind a flawless face. Her strength wasn't just in her sound, it was in her survival. And in speaking out, she gave silence a voice. In 2009, Rihanna's face was splashed across headlines, battered and bruised. The physical assault by Chris Brown shocked fans worldwide, but what many missed was the emotional erosion that came before it. Jealousy, controlling behavior, and emotional abuse often precede physical violence. She later said in an interview, "When you realize you're being lied to, manipulated, you wonder, what even is love?" But Rihanna didn't just survive. She became a global advocate for women escaping abuse. Her courage, inspiring. Tina's story, told in What's Love Got to Do with It, is heart-wrenching. She endured years of brutal abuse, physical beatings, psychological manipulation, and professional control. Ike controlled her money, her name, her music. She once said, "I was living a life of death. Every day I had to survive him." But she walked away, famously with nothing but her name. And that name became legendary. Tina Turner is a symbol of rebirth. Britney Spears' conservatorship revealed another form of control. She couldn't choose her own doctor, couldn't spend her own money, couldn't even remove a birth control device from her body. She told the judge, "I'm not happy. I cry every day." The world finally listened. The hashtag Free Britney movement wasn't just about celebrity gossip. It was a call to recognize institutional control and coercive power. Megan Thee Stallion refused to be silenced after surviving violence. After rapper Tory Lanez shot her, Megan faced ridicule and disbelief. She said, "I was scared to speak up. Not because I didn't want justice, but because I didn't think anyone would care." That's the control of silence. When a victim feels like their pain won't be believed, so they stay quiet. Megan broke that silence. And that's power. The Johnny Depp and Amber Heard court case was messy. Mutual accusations of abuse, courtroom drama, a global media circus. Whether you believe one or the other, or neither, the takeaway is abuse can come from anyone. Men can be victims too, so can women, so can both. Let's not pick sides blindly, let's pick truth and healing. All right, let's talk about you now. Here are some red flags that you are in a toxic or controlling relationship. Number 1, you feel anxious around them. You're constantly second-guessing your words, your actions, your choices, not because you've done anything wrong, but because you're scared of their reaction. That's a sign of a controlling and toxic relationship. Don't ignore your discomfort. Your well-being comes first. Number 2, they isolate you. From friends, family, even work. They call it love or just wanting you to themselves, but really it's to keep you under control. Number 3, they gaslight you. They twist your reality and tell you that you're too sensitive. That never happened. You're imagining things. You start to doubt your own memory, your own mind. We will delve a bit more into gaslighting in the next chapter. Number 4, they monitor you. They go through your phone, track your location, demand passwords, and say things like, "Love has trust, control has surveillance." Number 5, you're walking on eggshells, constant tension. Always bracing for an explosion. That's not love, that's trauma. Number 6, you've changed and you don't like who you've become. Maybe you've stopped dressing the way you want. Maybe you have stopped laughing, stopped dreaming, stopped living. That's no reason for toxicity. Now this one is a huge red flag. Have you ever felt like they gaslight you? Let's delve deeper into gaslighting. This form of emotional manipulation is designed to make you doubt your own sanity, your memories, and your perception of reality. It's a slow and subtle erosion of your self-worth, leaving you feeling confused, insecure, and dependent on your partner for validation. Gaslighting can take many forms. Your partner might deny or trivialize your feelings, telling you you're overreacting, too sensitive, or imagining things. They might contradict your memories of events, insisting that things happen differently than you recall. They might even accuse you of being crazy, unstable, or paranoid when you try to assert your own perspective. This constant questioning of your reality can be incredibly disorienting. You start to second-guess yourself, wondering if you're truly at fault, if you're being too demanding, if you're simply losing your mind. This self-doubt creates a fertile ground for further manipulation, as you become more reliant on your partner to define your reality and validate your experiences. If you find yourself constantly apologizing for your feelings, questioning your own memories, or doubting your sanity, it's a sign that you might be a victim of gaslighting. Remember, your feelings are valid, your memories are your own, and you have the right to trust your own perception of reality. Don't let anyone, not even someone you love, convince you otherwise. If any of the signs we've discussed resonate with you, it's crucial to remember this. You are not crazy, you are not weak, you are not alone. Millions of people from all walks of life find themselves trapped in the web of toxic love. It can happen to anyone, regardless of your intelligence, your strength, or your capacity for love. Toxic relationships thrive on secrecy and shame. But breaking free from that isolation is often the first and most crucial step towards healing. Right now, you might feel lost, afraid, and utterly alone, but I want you to know that there are people who understand, people who care, and resources ready to support you. The moment you decide to break the silence, to reach out for help, is a testament to your strength, not your weakness. It takes immense courage to acknowledge that you're in a toxic relationship, and even more courage to start taking steps to break free. You have survived every challenge life has thrown your way, and you will survive this too. The journey might be long and arduous, but every step you take towards freedom is a victory. Breaking free from a toxic relationship can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be an insurmountable hurdle. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you navigate the path to freedom and healing. First, speak to someone safe. Find a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or support group and confide in them. Sharing your experience with someone who can offer empathy, validation, and practical advice is crucial. There are people who want to listen, to believe you, and to support you on your journey. Next, document everything. If you're experiencing manipulation, abuse, or controlling behavior, start documenting it. Keep a journal, take screenshots of messages, or record any incidents that make you feel unsafe. This documentation can be invaluable if you decide to seek legal help or if you need to remind yourself of the reality of the situation. Then build an exit plan. If you feel unsafe or trapped in the relationship, start planning your exit strategy. This might involve discreetly saving money, gathering important documents, or finding a safe place to stay. Reaching out to a domestic violence hotline or shelter can provide you with resources and support in creating a safety plan. The nation's safety number is 0808-200-0247. And finally, believe in your worth. Toxic relationships thrive on eroding your self-esteem, making you question your worthiness of love and respect. It's essential to remind yourself of your inherent value, your strength, and your resilience. Love should never feel like a cage. It shouldn't bruise your body or shrink your voice or steal your spark. So if something feels off, listen to that voice inside you. That whisper, that's your soul trying to survive. Like Tina, you can run like Rihanna, you can rise like Britney, you can reclaim like Megan, you can speak. And like you can heal. The journey out of a toxic relationship can feel daunting, like navigating a labyrinth in the dark, but even in the darkest of times, there's a light within you that can never be extinguished. Trust that inner voice, that whisper of wisdom that tells you you deserve more, that you are worthy of a love that reflects the vastness of your own heart. Take that first step, however small it may seem. If this video hit home, comment, "I choose love, not control." If you've walked this path, share your story. Someone out there needs it, and share this video. You never know who's trapped behind a perfect smile. Hit that like button, subscribe, and remember, your freedom starts with one decision. We see you. We believe you. We love you. We will see you next time. Have you ever wondered what successful people do differently in the morning that sets them up for greatness throughout the day? Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. Today we will be diving deep into the benefit of having a structured morning routine. Imagine waking up with purpose, energy, and focus, ready to conquer anything life throws at you. Today, we're going deep into the morning routines of entrepreneurs, artists, and athletes who've achieved incredible success. More importantly, I'm going to give you real, practical steps so that by the end of this video, you'll have a personalized game plan to build a morning routine that sets you up to win every single day. Because you've got goals, and hitting snooze on your life isn't going to get you there. Let's lock in and change our future. Let's start with the science. Studies show that our brains operate differently at various times of the day. Mornings, particularly just after waking, are prime times for productivity. Neuroscience indicates your brain produces alpha waves when you wake up. These waves are associated with relaxed alertness and creativity. Harnessing this state effectively can boost productivity and creativity significantly. Psychologist Roy F. Baumeister points out the concept of decision fatigue, and it's a game changer when we talk about morning routines. This means that the more decisions you have to make throughout the day, the more your ability to make good ones starts to wear down. So if you're waking up every morning trying to figure out what to wear, what to eat, what to do first, you're already draining your mental battery before the day even starts. That's why a solid morning routine matters. It reduces friction, saves brain power, and sets the tone for everything that follows. You might be thinking, how do some people just seem to have it all together from the start? Well, let's take a look at a handful of entrepreneurs and their mornings. Apple CEO Tim Cook famously wakes up at 3:45 a.m. to go through emails, hit the gym, and prepare for his workday well before dawn. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential figures in media, starts her mornings with meditation, exercise, and journaling, grounding herself for a productive and focused day ahead. It's a reminder that even the busiest and most successful people prioritize their well-being to perform at their best. Elon Musk schedules his mornings in concise 5-minute blocks, starting early to tackle priorities. Arianna Huffington emphasizes mindfulness, starting each day without electronics, replacing screen time with meditation. So, what can you learn from these entrepreneurs? Early rising, mindfulness, no doubt, physical activity, structured morning schedules. These are all common themes of an effective morning routine. They create a predictable, structured beginning that optimizes their daily success. The real lesson here, the way you design your morning can be the difference between just getting through the day and truly owning it. Creative legends like Maya Angelou and Ernest Hemingway viewed mornings as sacred creative spaces. Angelou would check into a hotel room solely to isolate herself and write, undisturbed, from early morning till midday. Hemingway preferred early morning writing sessions, capitalizing on silence and clarity. Composer Ludwig van Beethoven had a morning ritual of brewing coffee meticulously using exactly 60 beans. Yes, you did hear that right, 60 beans. A habit that mentally primed him for creative work. What's important here is the principle. Quiet time in the morning, free from distractions, is highly conducive to creativity. This dedicated space for creativity or contemplation can significantly enhance your innovative potential and productivity. Top athletes recognize mornings as ideal for physical performance and preparation. Cristiano Ronaldo, the world-renowned footballer, has rigorous morning workout routines, consistently prioritizing fitness as the first task of his day. Tennis star Serena Williams engages in yoga and cardio early, balancing strength with flexibility. Olympian swimmer Michael Phelps practiced early in the morning, conditioning his body and mind for peak performance. I know. You're asking yourself, okay, but what's the takeaway of this when your bed is too comfy? Well, the takeaway is prioritizing physical health and wellness as part of your morning routine. This can boost energy levels, improves mood, reduces stress, and sharpens focus. These are crucial ingredients for sustained success. Now let's change your morning routine so that we can change the rest of your life. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But don't worry, I have broken it down into 4 simple steps. When you become successful, you can thank me later. Step 1, define your goals. Ask yourself, what do you want your routine to achieve? More energy, creativity, focus. Maybe you want to wake up feeling like you can't wait to get started. Or maybe you just want to feel more in control of your day. Take a moment to write down your top priorities, whether that's feeling energized, getting a jump on your work, or just clearing your mind. Step 2. Choose activities aligned with your goals. If boosting productivity is your goal, integrate strategic planning or prioritize setting off earlier. Starting goals earlier instead of last minute. If it's physical health, pick exercises that excite you, like yoga, running, or weight training. The way to be consistent is by doing things you want to do, not things you're forcing yourself to do. Step 3. Start small and build consistency. Consistency beats intensity. You know the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, neither is your well-structured morning routine. Begin with short, manageable tasks. Start with 5-minute exercises, short journaling sessions, or brief meditation. Step 4. Review and adjust your morning routine regularly. Check in weekly to see how your routine is working for you. Remember, routines are like workouts. They need to be flexible and adaptable to get the best results. Ask yourself the following questions. What's working and what isn't? This is your morning routine. Are you feeling energized, focused, or do you need to tweak a few things to get the results you're aiming for? You can change, adapt, and personalize it to suit you and your goals at any time. Because the thing is, as crazy as it sounds, the most ideal and effective morning routine revolves around you. It's about your personal growth. Now, I don't mean to sell you this perfect morning routine as some easy fairy tale. Expect some challenges. It's normal. A Hallmark 2009 study on how long it takes to develop habits concluded that it can range between 18 and 254 days. So don't be hard on yourself if the progress isn't linear. Struggling with snoozing alarms? Keep your phone or alarm across the room to force you to physically get up. Distracted by devices first thing? Establish a rule. No screens for the first 30 minutes. Remember, forming a habit takes time. Give yourself grace. Progress is a journey, not a destination, and sometimes you have to take a few steps backwards to go forwards. Your mornings shape your entire day and ultimately your life. We've explored habits of successful people from various walks of life and provided a clear blueprint to craft your ideal morning. Now it's your turn. Tomorrow morning is a new day, a day where you can take charge, a brand new, fresh opportunity to choose one simple habit and start changing your future. Don't wait for the perfect time. Your perfect time is right now. Start small, but start today. Keep telling yourself that every small step forwards brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. If this video is going to give your morning routine the glow up it desperately deserved, then go ahead and tap that like button. It costs nothing, but it says, I'm done hitting snooze on my potential. And if you've got friends, family, or co-workers still rolling out of bed like zombies, do them a solid and share this video. Real ones don't gatekeep greatness. If you're ready to keep showing up, leveling up, and living like you mean it, hit subscribe to Mentors Mindset, because success doesn't come to those who wait. Comment down below. What's one habit you'll add to your morning routine tomorrow? What's one thing you can do differently that will impact your future, your success, and your happiness? Until next time, wake up and conquer your mornings to conquer your life. Hey everyone, it's Mentors Mindset and welcome back to the channel. We're about to dive into the world of one of Hollywood's most intriguing figures, Keanu Reeves. He's the action hero who stole our hearts in The Matrix, the stoic assassin with a heart of gold in John Wick, and let's not forget the ultimate bus passenger in Speed. But behind those iconic roles, there's a depth to Keanu that many don't know. Get ready to be amazed as we uncover 10 surprising facts about Keanu Reeves that will make you love him even more. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Number one, we hear about celebrities donating to charities all the time, right? But Keanu, he's on a whole other level. He doesn't just write a check and call it a day. This is a guy who started his own private charity. And for years, it's been quietly funding cancer research and children's hospitals. It's incredible. And the inspiration behind it, his own sister's battle with leukemia. Now get this, when The Matrix became a global phenomenon, Keanu reportedly donated a whopping 70% of his earnings. That's an estimated $31.5 million to leukemia research. Imagine earning $1,000 and giving $700 away. That's not just generosity, folks, that's life-changing. And you know what's even more remarkable? Keanu never boasts about it. He doesn't need the spotlight. When asked why he doesn't attach his name to his foundation, he simply said, "I just let the foundation do what it does." Now that, my friends, is true kindness. Number 2, from school struggles to Hollywood stardom, Keanu's unlikely journey. You know, it's easy to look at Keanu's success and assume it was all smooth sailing, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Behind the Hollywood glamour, Keanu's journey is one of resilience and overcoming challenges. You see, school wasn't exactly his forte. In fact, he was expelled from high school for being, shall we say, a little too rambunctious. On top of that, Keanu struggled with dyslexia, which made traditional education even more difficult. But here's the thing about Keanu. He doesn't let obstacles define him. Instead of letting these setbacks hold him back, he made a bold decision. At the age of 17, he dropped out of school to pursue his true calling, acting. And, well, the rest, as they say, is history. Number 3. Okay, get ready to have your mind blown, because Hollywood almost robbed us of the name Keanu Reeves. Can you imagine that? Early in his career, some casting agents, bless their hearts, thought his name was too unusual. They actually suggested he change it. Can you believe that? He even tried out a few different options like Casey Reeves and Paige Templeton III. But let's be real, those names just don't have the same ring to them, do they? And you could tell Keanu wasn't feeling it either. He'd try to introduce himself with those names and he just couldn't keep a straight face. In the end, he decided to stick with the name he was given. And guys, are we glad he did? I mean, could you picture The Matrix starring Chuck Spadina? I don't think so. Number 4. Now, before Keanu was captivating us on the big screen, he had his sights set on a different kind of stardom: professional hockey. Growing up in Canada, hockey was in his blood. He was a natural on the ice, known for his incredible skills as a goalie. In fact, he was so good that he earned the nickname The Wall. And get this, he even received an offer to try out for a major junior league team. But fate had other plans for Keanu. He ultimately turned down the offer because deep down he knew his true passion lay in acting. But here's the thing, Keanu still got to live out his hockey dreams, just on the big screen. Remember the movie Youngblood? Yep, that's Keanu playing a hockey pro. Talk about a full circle moment. Number 5. You know, you can tell Keanu has this down-to-earth, cool vibe about him, right? Well, it might have something to do with his childhood, which, to put it mildly, was anything but ordinary. Thanks to his mother, who was a costume designer, their home in Toronto was like a revolving door of interesting characters. And one of those characters just happened to be the one and only Alice Cooper. Now, knowing Alice Cooper, you know it wasn't just tea and crumpets at the Reeves household. Legend has it that Alice decided to have a little fun with their housekeeper. And by fun, I mean he pranked her with fake vomit and dog poo. I mean, who does that? Only Alice Cooper, right? It just goes to show that Keanu grew up surrounded by creativity and a healthy dose of mischief. Number 6. You know him as an action star, you know him as a heartthrob, but did you know that Keanu Reeves is also a published author? He co-wrote Ode to Happiness with Alexandra Grant. It started as an inside joke, but became a hit. They even started their own publishing company, Ex-Artists Books, now with a catalogue of books that are works of art, portals to imagined worlds, treasured companions, and becoming the fabric of a community. Number 7. After the adrenaline-fueled success of Speed, you'd think Keanu would be all in for a sequel, right? Well, think again. In a move that shocked Hollywood, Keanu turned down Speed 2, Cruise Control. Why, you ask? Because he wanted to follow his heart, and at that moment his heart was calling him to the stage. He was offered the role of Hamlet in a production in Canada, and he couldn't resist the opportunity. Now, the studio, they weren't too thrilled about this decision. In fact, they were so unhappy that they basically put Keanu in movie jail. For almost a decade, they refused to cast him in any of their films. Talk about holding a grudge. But looking back, it seems Keanu dodged a bullet, or maybe I should say a slow-moving cruise ship, because, let's be real, Speed 2 without Keanu, not exactly a recipe for success. Number 8. If I tell you that Keanu Reeves was once booed off stage, would you believe me? Now, this story is pure gold. In the 90s, Keanu rocked as Dogstar's bassist. Yep, Keanu's a musician too, but at the 92 Milwaukee Metal Fest, metalheads weren't impressed. Imagine expecting metal anthems and getting Dogstar. The crowd booed and threw beer bottles. But Keanu kept grinning and playing. Talk about grace under pressure. Keanu's humble, resilient, and always up for a good time. Number 9. Today's ever-growing fight against digital manipulation. Here's a little Hollywood insider secret for you. Keanu Reeves has a very specific clause in his film contracts. This clause strictly prohibits any digital alterations to his acting without his explicit permission. No sneaky CGI, no touch-ups, nothing. And it all stems from an experience he had where a studio decided to add a CGI tear to his face without even bothering to tell him. Can you imagine? Since then, Keanu has been incredibly vocal about his concerns regarding deepfake technology and the potential implications it has on artistic integrity. He firmly believes in keeping performances authentic, raw and true to the actor's vision. And you know what? In a world increasingly dominated by digital manipulation, it's refreshing to see someone standing up for the art of genuine performance. Number 10. Hold on, because Keanu's generosity doesn't stop at charities. This is a guy who truly cares about the people he works with. We're talking co-stars, we're talking film crews. He's there for them. There have been instances where Keanu voluntarily took pay cuts so that the producers could afford to bring in legendary actors like Al Pacino and Gene Hackman. You heard that right. He was willing to sacrifice a part of his salary so that these icons could be a part of the movie. And remember The Matrix with all those incredible stunts? Well, after filming wrapped, Keanu decided to show his appreciation to the stunt team in a big way. He personally bought each of the 12 stuntmen a brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. In addition, various gifts to others. Can you imagine finishing a job and receiving a gift like that? Or did you just imagine that you were one of the crews? I definitely did. Keanu's thoughtfulness knows no bounds. And just when you thought you knew everything about Keanu, we've got 2 more incredible additional bonus facts that will make you admire him even more. Bonus fact 1. He loves motorcycles so much he built his own bike company. Keanu doesn't just love motorcycles, he builds them. He co-founded Arch Motorcycle, a company that creates high-performance, custom-built bikes. His passion for riding started young, and now he gets to design motorcycles that reflect his own riding style. And I should say, the reviews about the motorcycles are great. Talk about living the dream. Bonus fact 2. He secretly took martial arts training for years. Keanu is so dedicated to his roles that he's spent years training in multiple martial arts. For The Matrix, he mastered Kung Fu. For John Wick, he took up Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he didn't just stop after filming, he's continued training to this day. That's why his fight scenes look so real, because they actually are. So there you have it, folks. 10 surprising facts about Keanu Reeves that prove he's not just a Hollywood star, but a genuinely good human being. From his secret philanthropy to his down-to-earth nature, Keanu continues to inspire us both on and off screen. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please help us grow as we continue to empower our minds through self-growth, authenticity, and equality, helping you embrace imperfection and unlock your full potential. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep it real, keep it kind, and channel your inner Keanu. Steph Reed was 16 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. Then one ordinary day, everything changed. A boating accident left Steph with a life-altering injury, the loss of her right foot. In an instant, her world shifted. Dreams she held, plans she made, all seemed to disappear.
The pain was immense, both physical and emotional. I was faced with a daunting question: how could I move forward? The hardest part wasn't losing my foot, it was losing the vision I had of my future. Who was I now if I couldn't run?
Welcome to Mentor's Mindset. The days and weeks that followed were a blur. Hospital visits, surgeries, and the constant ache of her loss became her new normal. The life she knew, the one filled with running track and pursuing athletic dreams, felt impossibly distant. It was a period of profound grief and uncertainty as Steph grappled with the magnitude of what had happened.
This wasn't just about losing a part of my leg. It was about losing a part of my identity, my dreams, and my sense of who I was. I had to dig deep within myself to find the strength to face each new day.
Learning to live with a prosthetic leg was a constant challenge. The initial discomfort was undeniable. Each step was a conscious effort, a reminder of what she had lost. But Steph possessed a stubborn determination. She refused to let this define her.
There were moments of frustration, of wanting to give up. The phantom pains, the awkwardness of movement, the stares from strangers. It was overwhelming at times, but my inner strength began to shine through. I focused on small victories, walking a little farther each day, mastering a new task.
Slowly but surely, she started to regain a sense of normalcy. She went back to school, surrounded by the support of her loving family and friends. Though the journey was far from over, Steph had taken the most important step, choosing to keep moving forward. That's the thing about setbacks. They force us to look at ourselves in a way we never have before. You either surrender or you stand up and fight. One day, Steph stumbled upon a television program that would change her life forever. It was the Paralympic Games. Watching athletes, many with disabilities similar to her own, compete at such a high level was a revelation. It was a spark of hope, igniting a dormant passion within her.
Could I too aspire to such greatness? That was the moment everything shifted. I thought, if they can do it, then so can I. And from that second on, I made a choice. No more looking back. The thought seemed impossible at first, yet thrilling at the same time. The athletes I saw on screen weren't defined by their limitations. They were defined by their determination, their skill, and their unyielding spirit.
For the first time since her accident, Steph felt a glimmer of possibility. She started researching Paralympic sports, her mind racing with newfound ambition. She discovered a world where her disability wasn't a hindrance, but a source of strength. It was a turning point, a moment where despair gave way to hope and a new dream began to take shape. There is no secret formula, no magic shortcut. Just relentless effort, pushing forward when every muscle, every thought tells you to stop. Inspired by the Paralympic athletes she had seen, Steph dove headfirst into the world of competitive sports.
I chose track and field, drawn to the raw power and speed of sprinting. It was a challenging path, filled with grueling training sessions and moments of self-doubt.
Every day brought new obstacles to overcome. Learning to run with a prosthetic leg was a unique challenge requiring incredible balance, coordination, and strength.
There were falls, setbacks, and days when the pain felt unbearable. But I refused to give in. I embraced the pain as a reminder of how far I had come and how much I wanted to achieve.
Her coaches recognized her raw talent and unwavering dedication. With their guidance and her own relentless drive, Steph began to excel. Steph's dedication and hard work paid off. She rose through the ranks of Paralympic athletics, her talent undeniable.
I qualified for my first Paralympic Games, a testament to my resilience and the power of the human spirit. Standing on the world stage, surrounded by the best athletes in the world, was a dream come true.
Though she did win bronze medal at that time, the experience fueled her ambition. She continued to train with even greater intensity, her eyes set on the next Paralympic Games.
The years that followed were a blur of competitions, personal bests, and the unwavering support of my family, friends, and coaches. Then came the moment I had been working towards, another Paralympic Games. This time, I was ready.
With nerves of steel and the heart of a champion, Steph competed with everything she had. Her performance was electrifying. a testament to her years of dedication and sacrifice.
When the dust settled, I stood on the podium, a Paralympic, European and World Championship medalist.
Steph Reed's story is about so much more than athletic achievement. She has become a powerful advocate for inclusivity and disability rights.
I use my platform to inspire others, proving that limitations are often self-imposed.
Steph travels the world, sharing her story and encouraging others to challenge their perceptions of what's possible. She has mentored and still mentoring other young athletes, particularly those with disabilities, helping us to believe in ourselves and pursue our dreams.
My message is simple yet profound. It's not about what you can't do, it's about what you choose to do.
Steph's impact extends far beyond the track. She is a role model, a mentor, and a voice for the voiceless.
Through my actions and my words, I aim to change the conversation around disability, promoting understanding, acceptance, and the boundless potential that lies within us all.
Steph Reed's journey is a testament to the power of the human spirit. From the depths of despair to the pinnacle of athletic achievement, she has shown us that limits are meant to be broken.
My story is a reminder that adversity can be a catalyst for greatness and that with determination and belief in oneself, anything is possible.
Steph's story is not just for athletes, it's for anyone who has ever faced a challenge, experienced a setback, or doubted their own abilities.
I remind everyone that within each of us lies the potential for extraordinary strength, resilience, and courage.
Her journey teaches us that it's not the obstacles we face that define us, but how we choose to overcome them.
My life is a testament to the power of redefining limits.
She is an inspiration to us all, urging us to embrace our challenges, chase our dreams, and never, ever give up. Now let's talk about Steph Reed's life beyond the tracks. Steph Reed in the world of fashion. Breaking barriers wasn't just something Steph did in sports. She took that mindset into the world of fashion as well.
Fashion has always been about self-expression. But for years, people with disabilities were left out of that conversation. That had to change. Fashion isn't just about looking good. It's about identity, confidence, and representation. But for decades, the fashion world overlooked an entire demographic.
From the track to the catwalk, Steph used her platform to redefine what beauty and strength look like. Because beauty is not about perfection, it's about confidence, individuality, and breaking limits. Steph pushed for inclusive clothing that serves everybody. Steph Reed is a broadcaster and media personality. For years, Steph let her actions on the track do the talking. But when her competitive career began to slow down, she found a new way to inspire, by using her voice.
The stories behind the athletes, the struggle, the victories, the defeats, that's what makes sport so powerful. I knew I wanted to be part of telling those stories.
Steph transitioned from being the one competing to being the one celebrating and analyzing the next generation of athletes. As a broadcaster, she brought something unique, an insider's perspective, someone who had lived and breathed every moment of that pressure. But it wasn't just about sports. Steph used her media presence to drive conversations on inclusivity, disability representation, and breaking down barriers in mainstream media. She wasn't just another presenter, she was a game changer, a voice that made people sit up and listen. And through every broadcast, every interview, every discussion, she continued to do what she had always done best: break limits. Steph Reed on Dancing on Ice. For an elite athlete like Steph Reed, challenges were nothing new. But when she traded her running blade for an ice skate, she stepped into completely uncharted territory. From track to television, Steph was used to pushing her limits. But Dancing on Ice was more than just another challenge. It was a chance to prove once again that barriers exist only if we accept them. Steph Reed on MasterChef. She was no stranger to high-pressure environments, but this time it wasn't a stadium, it wasn't a track. It was the celebrity MasterChef kitchen.
I've competed at the highest level in sports, stood in front of massive crowds and raced for medals. But somehow, cooking on MasterChef was one of the scariest things I've ever done.
She wasn't just competing, she was learning, adapting, and proving yet again that stepping outside your comfort zone is where real growth happens. Inspired by Steph's story, share this video with someone who needs a reminder that limits are meant to be shattered. Subscribe for more stories of resilience, and remember, your journey starts now. In a ruling that has sent shockwaves across the United Kingdom and beyond, the UK Supreme Court has redefined the legal meaning of woman under the Equality Act 2010, stating that it refers exclusively to biological sex. While some hail this as a victory for women's rights and legal clarity, others see it as a troubling step back for transgender rights. Welcome to Mentor's Mindset. In this video, we break down the origins of the case, the court's reasoning, the implications of the ruling, and the fierce reactions from public figures, campaigners, and citizens on both sides of the debate. The case stems from a legal challenge brought by For Women Scotland against the Scottish Government's Guidance on the Gender Representation on Public Boards Act 2018. This act aimed to increase the number of women on public boards, but included transgender women with gender recognition certificates within its definition of woman. For Women, Scotland argued that this conflicted with the Equality Act 2010, asserting that woman should mean biological females only, a stance that led to their appeal to the Supreme Court. On April 2025, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously the term woman within the Equality Act refers specifically to biological sex. The judges concluded that including trans women in the definition of woman in this legal context was inconsistent with the wording and purpose of the Act. The ruling was framed as a matter of legal clarity, ensuring that rights and protections afforded to women, particularly concerning single-sex spaces and services, remain clear and enforceable. The ruling was welcomed by several high-profile political figures and public voices. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, after months of wavering, publicly endorsed the decision, stating it provided essential clarity for policy development around gender issues. His spokesperson affirmed that Starmer now aligns with the court's interpretation of woman as based on biological sex. Bridget Phillipson, the Equalities Minister, echoed this sentiment, emphasising that the preservation of single-sex spaces is vital, promising updated government guidance to reflect the ruling. Kemi Badenoch, leader of the Conservative Party and a long-time critic of gender self-identification policies, called the decision a victory for all the women who faced personal abuse or lost their jobs for stating the obvious. Jean Freeman, former Scottish Health Secretary, urged the Scottish Government to revisit or even scrap its transgender self-identification policies to ensure they align with this legal interpretation. Perhaps one of the most vocal supporters, J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter author, and a self-declared gender-critical feminist, celebrated the ruling. Rowling had previously donated £70,000 to fund For Women Scotland's legal challenge. What if I told you that the very thing people said would hold you back could become your greatest strength? Today we're talking about Jodie Ounsley, a woman who didn't just overcome her challenges, she used them to fuel her success. Born profoundly deaf, Jodie faced numerous obstacles from a young age. She had to navigate a world that wasn't always accommodating, but with the support of her family and her own determination, she turned her challenges into opportunities. Jodie's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and hard work. She didn't just aim to be good, she aimed to be the best. And in doing so, she has inspired countless others to push beyond their limits. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the incredible story of Jodie Ounsley. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. This is the place where we celebrate stories of resilience, courage, and triumph. If you're looking for a dose of inspiration, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of Jodie Ounsley. Jodie was born profoundly deaf, a challenge that would shape her life in many ways. From a young age, she had to navigate a world that wasn't always accommodating. Despite these challenges, Jodie's determination and spirit shone through. She found solace and strength in sports, excelling in various disciplines. Rugby became her passion, and she pursued it with relentless dedication. With the unwavering support of her family, Jodie overcame numerous obstacles. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit. Stay tuned as we explore more about Jodie's incredible path to success. Now let's dive deeper into the life of Jodie Ounsley, a professional rugby player, an advocate for inclusion, and a beacon of hope for anyone facing adversity. Her story isn't just about overcoming obstacles, it's about turning them into opportunities. Let's get started. Jodie Ounsley's journey in rugby began at a young age. Despite being born profoundly deaf, she never let her hearing impairment hold her back. She quickly rose through the ranks, showcasing her incredible talent and determination on the field. Jodie's hard work paid off when she was selected to play for the England women's sevens team. Her debut was nothing short of spectacular, earning her recognition as one of the most promising players in the sport. In addition to her rugby career, serving as the honorary president of UK Deaf Sport, she is an advocate for inclusivity, a public speaker, and an author, inspiring others through media and sports. Her achievements have made her a role model for many, inspiring others to pursue their dreams regardless of the challenges they face. Jodie's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of turning obstacles into opportunities. Let's continue, shall we? Just when you thought Jodie couldn't get any more impressive, Jodie contributed as an interviewer during the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games, sharing stories of athletes' perseverance. She presented an award at the BBC Sports Personality of the Year ceremony in December 2024, highlighting her growing presence in mainstream media, proving once again that she could excel in any arena she chose. But Jodie's journey didn't stop there. She continued to break barriers and inspire others. She became a motivational speaker, sharing her story and encouraging others to overcome their challenges. Jodie has received numerous awards for her contributions to sports and her advocacy for the deaf community. Her dedication to fitness and training is unwavering, and she continues to push her limits. Jodie also actively participates in community events, connecting with fans and spreading positivity. Her media appearances have further amplified her message, making her a well-known figure in the public eye. Jodie's charity work and volunteering efforts have made a significant impact, showing her commitment to giving back. As she looks to the future, Jodie remains determined to continue breaking barriers and inspiring others. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the belief that anything is possible. So what can we learn from Jodie Ounsley? First, that our challenges don't define us, it's how we respond to them that matters. Jodie's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Jodie didn't just overcome her deafness, she used it to develop skills that set her apart. She embraced her uniqueness and turned it into her strength. Second, resilience is everything. Jodie faced countless obstacles, but she never gave up. She encountered numerous setbacks, yet she always found a way to rise above them. Her story teaches us that perseverance is key to achieving our goals. She kept pushing, kept believing, and kept proving that anything is possible. Jodie's journey is a powerful reminder that with the right mindset, we can turn our challenges into opportunities. Another lesson from Jodie's journey is the importance of self-belief. Despite the odds, she believed in her abilities and never let doubt hold her back. This unwavering self-confidence propelled her to achieve greatness. Jodie's story also highlights the value of hard work and dedication. She put in countless hours of training and never shied away from the effort required to excel. Her commitment to her sport and her goals is truly inspiring. Finally, Jodie's journey shows us the power of a positive attitude. She faced her challenges with a smile and a can-do spirit, proving that a positive mindset can make all the difference. In summary, Jodie Ounsley's journey teaches us that our challenges don't define us. Resilience is everything, self-belief is crucial, hard work pays off, and a positive attitude can transform our lives. Her story is a beacon of hope and inspiration for us all. Jodie Ounsley's journey is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and self-belief. She didn't just overcome her challenges, she used them to become a trailblazer in sports, entertainment, and advocacy. Jodie has inspired countless individuals with her story, showing that no obstacle is too great to overcome. What challenges are you facing and how can you turn them into strengths? Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of courage and triumph. Jodie's impact extends beyond her personal achievements. She's actively working on initiatives to support young athletes and advocate for inclusivity in sports. A quote from Jodie: "Don't ever see your deafness as a barrier or allow it to hinder you from achieving your dreams." Jodie's future plans include expanding her advocacy work and inspiring the next generation of athletes. Remember, your challenges don't define you, your courage does. Let's round up with some fascinating facts and verified details about Jodie Ounsley's remarkable life and career. Born profoundly deaf, Jodie has always been a fighter. She received her first cochlear implant at just 14 months old, which opened up a world of sound for her. Despite her hearing challenges, Jodie excelled in sports from a young age. Her rugby career began to soar when she was selected for the England deaf rugby team at just 15 years old. But that was just the beginning. Jodie went on to represent England in the Women's Rugby Sevens, showcasing her incredible speed and agility on the field. Her talent and dedication earned her the prestigious title of Deaf Sports Personality of the Year in 2018. Beyond rugby, Jodie has also made a significant impact in the world of entertainment. She co-hosts the Stronger Than You Think podcast, discussing topics related to resilience and overcoming challenges. But Jodie's ambitions don't stop there. She is passionate about advocating for inclusivity in sports and has been involved in numerous initiatives to support young athletes with disabilities. In addition to her sports and advocacy work, Jodie is also a motivational speaker. She shares her story of overcoming adversity to inspire others to pursue their dreams regardless of the obstacles they face. Her message is clear. Resilience, determination, and self-belief can turn any challenge into an opportunity for greatness. As Jodie continues to break barriers and inspire others, we can only imagine the incredible achievements that lie ahead for her. Stay tuned and follow her journey and be inspired by her unwavering spirit. At Mentors Mindset, we share stories of resilience and triumph, like Jodie Ounsley, who turned challenges into victories. And there's more to come. Stay tuned for more inspiring journeys that prove anything is possible. Whether it's overcoming personal obstacles, achieving professional success, or making a positive impact on the world, our stories are here to motivate and empower you. Please like, share, and subscribe, because every journey has the potential to inspire greatness, and yours could be next.
Art is often a mirror reflecting our innermost selves, but what happens when that reflection hides more than it reveals? Today, I want to talk about Anna Marie Tendler, an artist, writer, and someone who has faced her own hidden battles. You may know her as the former partner of comedian John Mulaney, or for her captivating, moody photography, but behind her carefully curated aesthetic lies a deeper, more poignant story. Anna has always been a master of transformation, whether through her vintage makeup artistry, her textile creations, or her haunting self-portraits. Yet, for much of her life, this art was a coping mechanism for an ongoing struggle with mental health. In her memoir, Men Have Called Me Crazy, Anna reveals her battles with depression, disordered eating, and self-harm that began in her early teens. Imagine feeling unheard, feeling your pain dismissed, and struggling to find your own identity in a world that often silences suffering. Like many, Anna tried to mask her pain through control, over her image, her environment, her emotions. But pain, as we know, has a way of seeping through the cracks. In 2021, Anna's personal struggles were thrust into the public eye during her very public divorce from John Mulaney. While the world focused on John's battle with addiction and his new relationship, Anna quietly navigated her own grief and pain. Instead of disappearing, she turned to her art, creating haunting self-portraits that captured her loneliness and ultimately, her strength. Anna's story is a reminder. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like I'm fine. So many people, especially women, are conditioned to hide their struggles behind perfection, behind a smile, behind having it all together. If there's one thing we can learn from Anna's journey, it's this. Check on the people who seem strong. The ones who are always composed, the ones who turn their pain into art, the ones who never ask for help. You don't have to suffer in silence. Remember, it's okay to reach out, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to not be okay. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to support one another in our journeys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content on mental health and personal growth. Take care.
Hi there, I'm Katrina Perry, and this is The Global Story. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the working world went through a revolution. Workers, particularly white-collar office workers, were ordered to work from home to stop the spread of the virus, and it seemed like a permanent change. Hybrid working has remained incredibly popular years after the COVID lockdowns were lifted. But now, more and more companies are ordering employees back to work. And many employers have slammed working from home as inefficient and bad for the bottom line. So, is the work from home revolution over now? Joining me from London is the BBC's employment correspondent, Zoe Conway.
Hello.
And also with me, Nick Bloom, an economist.
Art is often a mirror reflecting our innermost selves, but what
Some artists sing, some play instruments, some write poetry. Ren Gill does all of these, but he is more. He is a storyteller. Ren's music is something to feel. His songs are raw and real. When you listen to Ren, you hear his heart. Ren Gill is a new kind of artist. Welcome to Mentor's Mindset. Ren Gill's story is one of resilience. He has faced challenges and never gave up. His music inspires us all. Ren Erin Gill was born in 1990 in Bangor, Wales. Growing up amidst Anglesea's breathtaking landscapes, Ren's childhood was filled with natural beauty. The close-knit community fostered belonging and resilience. Here, Wren's musical journey began. His Welsh heritage shaped his unique style. From a young age, Wren found solace in music. He gravitated towards musical instruments, exploring the